Well, we have said repeatedly that we have profound concerns regarding how Israel is conducting its operations on the Gaza Strip. We have seen hospitals, schools, and now journalists being targeted. This is completely unacceptable and a clear violation of international law. And we have condemned this in the strongest of terms. We have organized the Sovereign Wealth Fund so that it's governed by a set of guidelines, ethical guidelines, which are interpreted by the Ethical Council. So the Ethical Council is assessing all investments conducted by the Sovereign Wealth Fund, and it will recommend de-investments if there is a real risk that the fund is contributing to violations of international law. Now, the fund has recommended that the fund de-invest from 11 companies which are active or at least associated with ongoing violations of international law on the West Bank and on the Gaza Strip. Over the course of many years, we have stated unequivocally and again for many years that it's completely unacceptable for governments to go after journalists who are simply doing their jobs, and which is to report on what is happening in various conflict zones. And right now, I think there is no more dangerous place to be a journalist than on the Gaza Strip. And we have seen now journalists being deliberately targeted by Israel, and this is completely unacceptable. So we will continue to raise this. We have done so within the confines of the UN. We have done so publicly, and we have done so directly vis-a-vis Israeli authorities. And we will continue to do so, and we will partner with other governments who have expressed similar sentiments towards these kinds of actions. And hopefully there will be a response in the form of a changed course of action by Israeli authorities. Well, we are pained to the core to see what happened to those journalists who were just doing their job, providing information to the international community as to what is unfolding now on the Gaza Strip. We are again very saddened by the news that we received that these journalists were targeted and killed for just doing for exercising or doing their jobs. And this is something that we have condemned again in the strongest of terms. And hopefully they will be celebrated as heroes for conducting their work with integrity and professionalism. And we will continue to stand up for journalists, not just in Gaza, but in any conflict zone, because their work is essential in order to document violations of international law and to ensure that the international community understand what is happening.